Check the calculations over. There are no flaws.
Did you check the gravitational variance factor?
91 by 75.
How about the mass-to-mass ratio?
It's deteriorating at the rate of 36 degrees every orbital hour.
What is the elliptical shift figure?
It's 4.0 over 65 and rising.
And the interference from the effects of the trajectory?
Becoming more critical.
So it's true. The Novaterra project is a failure. The largest scale experiment in human history is doomed.
We shouldn't be so hard on ourselves. We aren't the ones to blame here.
Who are we to think we could successfully build a planet?
This is not the time to wallow in self-pity.
But my grandfather's dream. It was bad enough when Lafont made it a giant penal colony.
Your grandfather was a great man. He never could have foreseen this catastrophe.
He worked on big projects. He had big dreams. And now it's falling to ruin while we make facelifters.
We're getting an award for that facelifter tonight.
I'm not going to the awards. I'm not leaving this room until I figure out a way to save Novaterra.
Come on, Albert. We can't disappoint Lafont now. We need his support more than ever so we can continue our work.
There's too little time. I'm staying right here.
Well, I'm going.
Okay. I don't think we should tell anyone about this yet.
Not even Adam?
Especially not Adam.
Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we have heard the testimony of a succession of expert witnesses, including the defendant herself. In summation, we have seen it established that human teachers are still necessary on Earth. Beatrice Hunt, who is a teacher, has contributed a great deal to Earth during her lifetime and will continue to do so only if you allow her to remain on Earth. I rest my case.
We, the members of the jury, after careful deliberation, find the defendant useless.
You have made an interesting defense, Counselor. But I find that I must also rule in favor of the state. Do you have anything to say on your behalf before I pronounce sentence?
Although the Lafont teaching machines are effective as a tool in the classroom, I do not believe that they can replace human teachers. Children need more than facts that are programmed to the academic level. They need someone to talk to, role models, and inspiration. Before I'm sent off to a barren and lonely exile, I beg the court to reconsider the type of world you wish to live in.
That's all well and good. But for now, please straighten out your affairs and prepare for relocation. You have 10 days to do so, and will then be escorted to the spaceport for your flight to Nova Terra. Next!
I must protest. This court is a fraud.
What did you say, Counselor?
I said this court is a fraud, and you, sir, are senile. Good day.
What did you say, Counselor?
All this space, and it's all ours. It's so big. It's so tall. So wide. I can't believe the size of it. And you did it.
And here's another little something that Leadham whipped up in his lap.
Marvel synthesis.
Just another treat to make my little Xena happy.
Oh, and I am happy. This Instamatic wardrobe and all this space. I'm so lucky.
You are lucky to be here with me. The font industries has made a difference. I built something that future generations will be proud of. I'll go down in history as the greatest man that ever lived.
Oh, you are the greatest. You've done so many good things for Earth. I remember when I was a little girl, the population was already thinning out. But wasn't there a time when there were no spaces like this?
Very true, my dear. Very true. That was before my company built Nova Terra. The font industries has made Earth a better place for little princesses like my Xena.
On behalf of myself and Albert Lienhardt, who could not be here with us tonight, I would like to thank Mr. Andreas Lafont and the Lafont Corporation for their generous support of our research for the Lafont facelifter. Up until now, we have only been able to do rudimentary matter displacement in the area of consumer goods, such as the Lafont Cosmetizer and the Lafont Instavalet. In the future, improvements in our products will make the current one seem as modern as the CD player. We hope to be worthy of your regard in the future. Thank you. Good night.
Very nice, Kay. Very nice. Good evening, Counselor. I understand that things have been going pretty rough for you lately. Have you reconsidered that job in my legal department?
I want nothing from you.
You may need something from somebody someday. Good night, Kay.
Why do you always embarrass me like this? What is wrong with you?
I guess I have more important things on my mind.
Like what?
The judge ruled against me again. Being a lawyer here is a complete waste of time.
I should have taken that job LaFont offered you.
I want nothing from LaFont. I wonder what he'll think when he hears I called the judge senile today.
You did what?
You heard me.
Adam, don't you realize you could be putting your residency in jeopardy? Do you want to get sent to Novaterra?
My client was a teacher. She's not useless. The case set a precedent. Now all human teachers will be exiled from Earth, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Adam, I received an excellent education by machine. You'll get used to the idea. And in some ways, teaching by machine is superior.
Who told you that? LaFont!
Of course, LaFont!
Beatrice reminded me of a teacher I once knew. Did I ever tell you that I was once taught by human teachers?
Maybe that is your problem.
Maybe you didn't learn enough about being human from your machines.
I see that the first defendant of the day has arrived. Counselor Malconian, I find you in contempt of court. As of this moment, you are disbarred. Prepare for relocation. You have 10 days to do so, and will then be escorted to the spaceport for your flight to Novaterra. Because of your previous high position, a meeting has been arranged with the Novatarian ambassador. Report there immediately. Next!
This was the solar system of our ancestors. The Earth revolved in a lonely orbit around the sun. What was once a speck of meteor dust now revolves in the same orbit as Earth, maintaining an ideal climate for human habitation. Our planet Earth had become hopelessly overcrowded. In order for humanity to continue, a new home was built. Novaterra, the new hope for the human race, welcomes you, Mr. Malconian.
Good afternoon, Mr. Malconian. I am Claire Foreman. I was expecting you. We are looking forward to you joining us on Novaterra.
Let's get this over with. Why don't you have a seat?
I know K-Zone will probably arrange it so you won't have to go. But this is a shame because I think you'd really like Novatera.
You're wasting your time.
Maybe so. I can show you some pictures of the houses you may choose from. And some literature.
I'm not interested in your brochures. Why are you smiling like that? Are you trying to hide something?
Look, we really need people like you there. What can I do to convince you?
Why don't you show it to me?
That would be highly irregular.
Well, you are the ambassador. I'm sure you could arrange anything you want.
Maybe.
Why don't you try these?
No.
What's the matter, Mr. Marconian? You look perplexed.
I'm all right. It's just kind of bright here.
So what?
You don't have any LaFont devices? People have to do things for themselves.
Sure. But after a short time, most people learn to enjoy doing things. Come on. I take you to...
Are you new here? I can always spot them. It's the colors that gets them at first. They get used to it.
I've never seen anything like this before.
You bet. You should see what we've got growing up beyond the spaceport.
Who are you?
I'm the planetary botanist.
Botanist?
Well, I know there's not much use for my kind back on Earth.
I defended a botanist once. Lost the case.
Well, gotta get back to work. Be seeing you.
What are those people doing?
This? It's a typical Novatarian construction project. Let me introduce you to the engineer.
Hi, Sonia.
Hey, Claire. Glad you're back. I'm just putting the finishing touches on this, but I'll talk to you about it later.
Adam Malconian, I'd like you to meet Sonia Wilder. Adam will be joining us here soon.
That's nice.
What is that you're doing?
It's a retrieval system.
That's solar energy, isn't it?
So you know about solar energy.
They did some research on it back in the late 20th century. But the oil companies bought up the patents.
Very interesting. Nice to meet you, Adam. Welcome to Nova Terra. Your friend's pretty smart for an Earthling.
He was a prominent attorney.
You mean like the kind your mother would want you to marry?
Oh, Sonia.
But Claire, what would be wrong with that?
Sonia, this is business.
Listen, honey, I know all about that kind of business.
To the 11th power divided by the square root of 93 increases the distance of latitude in inverse proportion. 75,000 separate intervals of intermittent disturbance inhibits 95% of the distance squared. 75,000 separate intervals of intermittent disturbance inhibits 95% of the distance squared. 57 to the 11th power divided by the distance latitude in inverse proportion. 75% intervals 11th power divided by...
Adam, where have you been?
On Nova Terra.
That's impossible. Nobody ever comes back from there. What were you doing there in the first place?
The ambassador took me there. She wanted me to see it.
She did she? Well, I've heard about that Claire Foreman. Her views don't sit well with Lafont. How dare she drag you there?
No, I wanted to see it. I want you to see it, too. It's not true what they say about Nova Terra. It's bright and alive. See the sun there in colors.
What's come over you? You seem different.
You can't understand. But I saw something beautiful today.
Adam, we can't go there.
Why not?
Because... I got you a job here at the lab. Maybe now we can get married, and your residency will be assured.
There's not much time left. We must deploy the matter displacer to disintegrate Nova Terra, and the mechanism should be operational within the next 24 hours.
Get on with it!
Recent findings indicate that the end is closer than we had originally thought. Since Nova Terra is moving so critically close to Earth, if the gravitational attraction between the two planets isn't broken within a few days, all of mankind will be destroyed. We must act quickly. We must begin the evacuation.
Evacuation is out of the question. The Earth cannot support that many people. I have an obligation to protect the way of life for all good people of Earth. Bringing an alien population into their midst would be a crime.
But they're not aliens, they're people. They were from Earth once.
Well, they're not citizens of Earth anymore. Deployment will take place the moment the device is ready. Are there any dissenting opinions? This conversation is ended.
Boy, I'm glad I don't own any real estate on Nova Terra.
Yeah, the rumor is the bottom's dropping out on that market real fast.
Yeah, I'd love to see the look on all those Nova nobodies' faces when the ground turns to fizz.
That's what they get for being useless. Hey, what's our schedule for the rest of the afternoon?
I figure I'll look busy for an hour or so. Knock off early.
What are you doing here?
I work here.
You don't work in my lab and in my chair. What do you want?
I want to know what it feels like to play God.
Get out of here and leave me alone.
I'll get out of here when you tell me what LaFont meant by deployment.
You're wasting my time. It's classified information, and you wouldn't understand it anyway.
I understand that a lot of lives are at stake, and you and LaFont are responsible.
I don't make the decisions. I just work out the equations. What do you want from me?
I want to know what's shaking this planet apart and what you're going to do about it. What people are not being evacuated.
Look, get out of here. There's very little time left. You know too much already.
Where's Kay?
I can't tell you that either.
What is being deployed?
A device to displace Nova Terra.
Why?
Because the project's a failure. It should never have been built. It's shifting the Earth out of orbit. That's what's been causing all the storm.
What about all the people on Nova Terra?
LaFont doesn't want them back. There's nothing I can do.
Kill a whole planet full of people because you don't think they're necessary? You're crazy. You're all crazy.
What are you doing at the Novatarian embassy?
How many people were sent to Nova Terra today?
I guess about a few hundred. Why?
Well, they're all as good as dead.
What are you talking about? You saw Nova Terra. You didn't seem to think it was so bad until you saw Kazorn again.
That's why I'm here. I know this is hard to believe, but they're going to displace Nova Terra, fragmentize it in less than 24 hours.
Oh, that's right. I don't believe it.
Nova Terra is shifting Earth out of its orbit. LaFont and his scientists believe the only solution is to destroy Nova Terra.
And why haven't I been informed about it?
You don't know about it because LaFont doesn't want the people evacuated.
And why should I believe you?
You don't have to take my word for it. Come on. Tell the Nova Terran ambassador your plans for genocide.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. I'm sorry he's caused you so much trouble. He hasn't been the same since he lost his career.
He's lying! Can't you tell he's lying? Okay, you knew about this, didn't you? That's why you got me the job on Earth.
Adam, this isn't a joke. You've really gone too far. There's nothing I can do to help you now.
Misguided pawn. You don't care if the whole world dies, as long as you keep getting awards!
You're coming with me, Mr. Malconian.
Goodbye, Kay.
Freeze!
Adam.
You think I'm crazy, don't you?
I know you're not crazy. What are we gonna do?
I know that Albert can do something. We have to convince him.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lienhardt. I am sorry to interrupt you, but I need your help for a little problem, a technical problem. Your advice would be so valuable.
I don't think I can get away right now. Maybe later.
I'm sorry. This is right now. It is very important.
I'm in the middle of something now, and I don't want to lose my train of thought. I'm sure you understand.
What is it you're working on? It looks very interesting. Is it urgent? Is it something I should know about?
Albert, why don't you just go with her already?
Well, I guess this can wait until later. I'd be happy to help you, Miss Foreman.
Thank you.
You're coming with us, Albert.
Where are you taking me?
Guess.
No, not there. You can't take me there.
Why not? Don't you want to see your grandfather's great experiment before it's too late?
No, please. Let me go. I don't want to die.
You can die there, or you can die here, right now.
Take a good look, Mr. Lienhardt.
Does this world look useless to you?
My grandfather's great experiment is his life's work. It's not a failure.
Would you like to see more? How about the school? The children are there now. Would you like to see our solar retrieval systems that might interest you as a scientist?
No time. You must let me go.
You are free to go.
Well then, let's hurry. We must get back to the spaceport.
We're not going.
What do you mean?
We'd rather die here than live on Earth.
Station 6, plug in the ancillary apparatus. Station 53, divert the sensors to the 5th quadrant. Station 25, disconnect the main drive and fortify the backup system. Station 102, turn up all levels on systems 1, 5, and 8. All stations hold for further commands. Albert, where have you been? I need you here right now. The technicians are having problems. We only have an hour left before the trimmers will jeopardize deployment.
Do you think we can really go through with this?
What other choice do we have?
Implosion.
We have enough time to set up the coordinates for the device to go off in its silos. We must destroy the Earth.
Albert, you're being irrational. Why would I ever do that? I'm going to have to call security.
No, you're not.
Why not?
Because Adam's up there.
Adam? He can't be up there.
But he is.
No, that's impossible.
Kate, get hold of yourself. We're running out of time.
I can't just blow up the Earth. Everything I've worked for. Everything I've lived for. But Adam...
That's right, but Adam. All those times we said he was crazy for not accepting this way of life on Earth. We were the ones that were deranged. I never said anything good about Adam because I wanted you for myself.
But Albert, I never knew. I never thought...
That's right, we never thought. We let LaFont do the thinking for us. But there's still time left. Are you with me? Kay, are you with me?
How long will it take to set it up?
5 minutes?
All stations, start your countdown. Will we have time to get away?
I hope so.
Five minutes to go. Those scientists are beauties.
They say we'll hardly feel anything. A little shock, and poof, it's all over.
Another victory for the people of Earth. Brought to you by Andreas LaFont and the LaFont Corporation. After this, nothing but sunshine. Sunshine! 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 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Look at the ground. It's glowing.
Adam, that light in the sky.
Albert found a solution to the problem.
And all those people were killed.
Each of them died the day they accepted a system of repression and greed. Let's make sure it doesn't happen to us.